YouTube is a big place full of information, entertainment, and some just plain random stuff. But it is also an amazing place for artists of any skill level to find inspiration, build connections with other artists, and learn new techniques. I've been creating my own weekly YouTube show for 6 months now, and over that time I've experimented with new products, taught some of my own art techniques, and taken on some big projects. But I've also spent more time on YouTube myself, watching other artists and finding channels that inspire me to grow in my skills and try new things. So today I want to share those channels with you. This is not the list of the best art YouTubers of 2021, although many of these channels would fall on that list too. But I'm sure there are so many other channels out there that I haven't even discovered yet that would be deserving of a mention on that list. So instead, this is the list of the art YouTubers that have become my personal favorites in 2021. These are the channels that inspire me, that have taught me new things, and that I hope to learn more from or connect with as my own channel grows. If you haven't heard of these channels, I recommend checking them out, and I'll include links to all of them in the description below. I've also gathered some of my favorite videos from them in a playlist that I'll share with you at the end of this video and in this blog post on my website. First up, let me introduce you to Jazza. Jazza is one of the biggest art channels on YouTube. With over 5.5 million subscribers, his channel has something for everyone. His character drawing skills are amazing, and his earliest videos focus a lot on teaching how to draw. But his more recent content branches out into massive art challenges, try new products.
This is pure magic.
Painting challenges, sculpting, customizing, and so much more.
Doing full gradient artworks with pancakes, guys.
His content is always entertaining, but it can also be inspiring and helpful to artists. In fact, it was all thanks to Jazza's crazy expensive marker comparison video where he spent over $5,000 on markers to find the best markers in the world that I decided to try Ohuhu markers for the first time and loved them. That saved me a lot of money in testing out all those brands for myself because Jazza did all that hard work.
I'm the only one dumb enough to do it.
Thanks, Jazza. Jazza is currently auctioning off all his original artwork to build his dream studio.
This is actually huge. I've only sold original artworks and sign prints once before. I do the same thing to a much larger extent because we have just built my dream studio. And we're here, except it's a big, empty building and it's gonna take a lot of time and money and effort and work to fill, which is why I'm putting all my chips on the table, pushing them in and saying anyone who wants to support this vision of the incredible, crazy, huge stuff we can do, this is how we can do it.
So I'll include a link to that in my blog post. And I decided to bid on a 15-minute FaceTime call with Jazza, so I will be chatting with him in a few weeks. So let me know in the comments if you have any burning questions that you would like me to ask him. And a fun fact, Jazza lives just a few hours from me. Hey Shane, do you think if we just showed up to Jazza's studio that he would let us in? Or is that a bit stalker-ish? What if we take a giant mural that we make out of Lego? Is that less stalker-ish? Or more stalker-ish?
I would say more stalkerish.
Next up, ADC Art Attack and his assistant Bob, who I actually came across after a collab he did with Jazza.
You sent me a wide variety of wonderful art supplies, and I sent you a box of trash.
Yeah.
This guy is amazingly creative too, and his character drawings are fantastic. Just check out some of his recent videos where he draws a character in 10 different styles and you'll see what I mean. He does a lot of marker art, comparing cheap and expensive markers and testing different supplies, but most of all, I love his ongoing coloring book series, where he takes a simple coloring page and turns it into a piece of art. As a coloring book artist myself, I love seeing professionals take on coloring books, and ADC Art Attack's colored pages are some of the best I've seen. If you're more interested in pencils, then check out Kirtsy Partridge Art. Her channel became my go-to resource as a beginner and was where I learned a lot of my techniques on using pencils, blending, and what tools to buy. Her drawing skills are amazing and her instructions are clear and easy to follow. She has a range of how-to videos for beginners, art advice videos, and has real-time advanced tutorials available as paid courses on her website. Next up, meet the Frugal Crafter, Lindsay Weirich. Is it Weirich? Did I say that right, Lindsay? If your love for art supplies is as great as your love for art, then you'll love Lindsay's channel. She's always reviewing new art supplies, markers, paints, and pencils, and her studio is wonderfully colorful. She's the kind of person you just want to have a coffee and craft with, and you can as a part of her regular Saturday chat and Ask a Crafter shows.
Today we are doing another installment of Ask a Crafter.
She's incredibly friendly, creative, and just fun to watch. You'll walk away inspired and ready to craft. Next, I want to introduce you to Chloe Rose Art. Chloe has volunteered to be the guinea pig of the art community, and she does it with a smile. Her channel is a lot of art fun with craft experiments, art hacks, and all those TikTok hacks that most of us aren't brave enough to try.
There we go.
Seriously, her channel is a lot of fun and a great reminder that it's okay to try new things and put yourself out there.
Let's admire the back because that looks nice.
But behind it all, she is an amazingly talented artist. The more I watch Chloe and see who she really is, the more I love her channel. Behind all the fun, she's a genuinely caring and honest person with real advice for artists.
There's always going to be someone out there who's better, who's richer, who's more famous. Do not ever let somebody else or someone else's progress with something ever make you feel bad about yourself, because especially when you look online these days, they're showing you their very, very best. They're not showing you the struggles they've had behind the scenes. They're not showing you the hours and hours of work to struggle. But try not to compare yourself because you're not seeing the full picture.
In fact, she started a podcast called Spilling the Paint Water, where she interviews other YouTube artists and talks about their journey, experiences, challenges, and advice. It's a great podcast, and I'll link to it below. Before we move on to number 6, let's not forget you're watching an art channel right now. If you're looking for more art videos, tutorials, product reviews, or just entertainment, take a moment to like this video, press subscribe, and turn on your notifications, and you won't be disappointed. I hope. When I tried the Derwent Inktense for the first time, I had a number of people recommend Lachri Fine Art as a great resource to learn how to use them because she was the one who drew the art on the tin. I came across her channel again when I was trying to work out how to use the powder blender for colored pencils and have always been impressed by her attention to detail and the colors in her artwork. Lisa's fine art with pencils and acrylics are amazing, and her tutorials are fantastic. She also has 1 to 2 hour long tutorials available on her Patreon if you're the kind of person who likes to watch and color along in real time. Now, Super Rae Dizzle is actually one of the first art YouTubers I came across a few years ago. She manages to find crazy art hacks that actually work and tracks down some of the most unique art supplies that exist. So her channel is always full of inspiration and new ideas. In fact, it was through watching Rae's channel along with Chloe's channel that I mentioned earlier that I first discovered Stuart Semple's Blackest Black acrylic paint and Mirroriest mirror paint, both of which I've now bought for myself to try in a future video. Along with the Goldest Gold, the Brightest Glowing Pigment, Unicorn Milk, which is the pearlescent top coat. That is definitely not a word. Pearlescentest. A holographic paint, and a color changing paint. So now is definitely a good time to be a subscriber because I'm going to be having some fun with these. Let me know if you have any ideas of what I should paint. Got so many Rubik's Cubes, maybe I should customize one of these. Color with Claire is a channel close to my heart because Claire was one of the first people that I approached as a coloring book artist to review my own books that showed me the potential of YouTube in the first place. Claire was the one who helped me put together my list of pencils for my ultimate pencil comparison, and Claire was the first person to really help me get the color catalog out in front of a bigger audience, so I am forever grateful. Her channel is a great resource for colorists with hundreds of review videos on different pencils, markers, coloring books and products, along with tutorials, tips and real-time color alongs. The next 2 channels on my list are both ideal if you're wanting to develop your drawing skills. The first is Alfonso Dunn. Alfonso's art is amazing. Just a quick glance at his Instagram and you'll see what I mean. These are all created with just a ballpoint pen. On his YouTube channel, he teaches essential drawing skills, drawing tips, and quick exercises to help you improve your skills at drawing anatomy, textures, perspective, and intricate details. I personally really need to spend more time on Alfonso's channel because there is a lot of value in what he teaches. Another fantastic channel for improving your drawing is Proko. Proko's channel has videos for advanced artists ready to take their art further, but also an amazing series for beginners to help you learn the basics like shading light and form, drawing gestures, and making things look 3D. His ability to make complex topics simple is one of the reasons his channel now has over 2 million subscribers, and why you'll learn a lot from watching just a few of his videos. If you do decide to subscribe to one of these channels, or if you're already a fan, please tell everyone in the comments below. I'd love to hear who your favorite artists are, and I know they would love to read your wonderful comments too when they stumble across this video. And tell me your recommendations for who else you think should be on my list for next year. I love finding new channels to watch, and there are plenty of wonderful art channels that aren't on this list but that still deserve a shout out. So tell me and tell them why you love them in the comments. If you want to see some of my favorite videos from these YouTubers, I've created a playlist right here so you can binge them all at once, or you can check out this other video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy from my channel. If I'm going to customize Rubik's Cube, I should probably practice solving it first.